Hi guys! Today we are making linguine alle vongole, essentially clam pasta. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my channel and to see other videos too. And now let's talk about the ingredients. We have clam season. It's the beginning of my favorite time of the year, seafood season. We have crab in season now, clams are coming up, the lobster is just around the corner. I love it. So we have these delicious fresh clams, local, that were just picked yesterday and are freshly arrived this morning. And I mixed them up with some bar clams that I have, also local from PEI, that are in a jar, and I'm gonna mix up so we have a bunch of different flavors. It's gonna be so good. We have fresh linguine. You can use spaghetti, you can use any pasta that you prefer. I like fresh. We have very simple ingredients: white wine, fresh parsley, a bunch of garlic, some chili flakes, optional, butter, which we're gonna add butter and olive oil together, and at the end we're gonna have a touch of cream. So it's gonna be really simple and really fresh and spring. Very, very spring. Okay, let's get to the stove and cook it up. Okay, so now we're at the stove and I've already started melting my olive oil and about 2 tablespoons of butter. This is gonna make the dish extra creamy and very good, very delicious, because it's gonna stick to the pasta. So we're melting down the butter, and then we're gonna add our garlic, let that cook. We want it to cook, but we don't want it to brown and become burnt. Let me talk about these clams while we wait for the butter to melt. These are local clams from Quebec. I get them at a fish market that is now pivoted their business model. Instead of going to provide to restaurants, they are actually providing to people, and they are coming door-to-door delivery. It is amazing. They always have new things coming on their marketplace. So when I got the call saying that clams were in, my menu changed for the weekend, and we are having clams alla vongole, pasta alla vongole today. And the place is called Ferro Fish, and if you use Seafoodwithnat, you can get $5 off your shipment. They have beautiful salmon, they have lobster tails, soon they're gonna have whole lobsters, they have the ending of their crab season, but you name it, they have it, and I really highly recommend checking out their website if you're in the Montreal area. And they do deliver all over. Okay, garlic is going in. In we go. Okay. I cut up about 3 cloves of garlic, because what would seafood be without garlic butter? And now, I'm also gonna add just a little bit of chili flakes, not too much. It's gonna give it a little spice, a little kick, and a beautiful color. Okay, you just want the garlic to get fragrant. This meal is so easy and quick. You could do it during the week. Before I add the clams into my sauce, what I did was I soaked them in cold water with salt in a bowl for about half an hour, and this essentially opens them up a little bit, and they naturally expulse the sand, because nobody wants to eat sandy shellfish. All right, so now this is cooking. I don't know if you can see that bubble, but it's beautiful. And we're going to add some white wine. And afterwards, we're gonna add the clams in the shell. The bar clams are already ready to eat. You can eat them cold right out of the jar. They're very sweet. I'm gonna add them afterwards just to warm them through when I add the cooking cream. So now we are essentially gonna add the clams to the pan. And we're going to steam them. So we're gonna cover them for about 3 to 5 minutes until they open up. I'm then gonna add a bit of salt and a bit of pepper, remove the shelled clams in a bowl, and then I'm going to toss in my bar clams, my linguine, with some starchy water, toss it all together with parsley and a little bit of cooking cream, and then I'm gonna return the shelled clams with all the juices that are gonna accumulate in a bowl, and we're gonna be ready to eat. So we'll be right back with the next step. the moment of truth. We're gonna see if all the clams opened up. I've also started to boil the pasta because it's fresh pasta. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes to cook. We're gonna take it directly from the pot, save some of the starchy water, and put it into the clam pot. Here we go, the moment of truth. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. So nice, so nice. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is, I've lowered the heat a little bit. I'm just gonna scoop out the clams. And then we're gonna warm the bar clams from the jar. These actually are steamy clams that you can eat by themselves by just steaming them and dipping them in a little bit of garlic butter, and they'd be equally delicious. But today we're gonna have them with pasta. So all the juices, you want them to accumulate at the bottom of the bowl because we're gonna put them back in the pot. So now we're going to add the bar clams, warm those through. And we're gonna add a little bit of salt, my Himalayan salt, some fresh cracked pepper. There it is, my favorite sound. We're gonna add a bit of the cooking cream, a drizzle, and we're gonna bring up the heat a little bit because I want this to thicken slightly. This to cook up. We want it to thicken a little bit. We're just gonna stir our pasta over here. Should be ready soon. It's always a good idea to save your starchy water. It helps to thicken the sauce and make sure that the sauce also sticks to the noodles. All right, so we are going to now turn off the heat of our pasta. We're gonna bring it closer. We're gonna save some of that delicious nectar of the gods, starchy water, on the side here. And we are going to use my tongs, and I'm gonna put the pasta directly in my pan. It's a messy job, but it's okay. Hot, hot, hot. Oops. And the last of the pasta right here. I'm gonna change my tongs because I don't want to use metal tongs in a non-stick pan. So I'm just gonna remove the pasta, and I'm gonna give my noodles a nice toss in my sauce. There we go. Whoops. We're gonna add the starchy water. Let it cook up. We're gonna start to garnish with a little bit of fresh parsley. Just makes it beautiful as well. Some more fresh ground pepper. Give it another toss. Oops. There we go. Give it another toss. And now we're going to return the clams back. I love the sound of clams or shellfish hitting other shellfish. It's another ASMR of mine. I love it. I love it. Look at these beautiful, beautiful. Nothing says summers are on the corner than some fresh shellfish. A bit more beautiful parsley. And Parmesan cheese. Oh, we're going to lower the heat a little bit. We want to keep it warm. And Parmesan cheese is optional. Sometimes people don't like Parmesan cheese with seafood, but I don't mind it in a dish like this. It just adds an extra layer of salty goodness. And voila! Delicious seafood à la vongole. Bon appétit, everybody!